Hi children, how are you? I am teacher Shiny. This is a continuation of the heat energy transfer. Radiation. The energy given out by hot or light emitting objects such as the sun. Also in the form of energy released when an atom of radioactive element decays. Some kinds of radiation can be harmful to living cells. What is radioactive element? An element whose atoms break down to form smaller atoms of other elements with the release of large amounts of energy. This picture shows an example of radiation. Here, the heat travels as electromagnetic waves. The particles are not involved. This is another example for radiation. See the images. The earth is warmed by heat energy from the sun. There are no particles between the sun and the earth, so the heat cannot travel by conduction or by convection. Then, how does this heat energy travel from the sun to the earth? The heat travels to earth by infrared waves. These are similar to light waves and are able to travel through empty space. What are infrared waves? Heat can move by traveling as infrared waves. These are electromagnetic waves like light waves but with a longer wavelength. We know what is wavelength. This means that infrared waves act like light waves. They can travel through a vacuum. They travel at the same speed as light. They can be reflected and absorbed. Children, our earth has a protective layer called the ozone layer. This ozone layer protects us from the harmful UV rays from the sun. What is meant by UV rays? Ultraviolet rays. Some infrared radiation can pass through certain solids such as glasses. For example, the infrared radiation from the sun can pass through glass in a greenhouse. You know the greenhouse. But the infrared radiation from the ground and the plants inside the greenhouse cannot pass back out through the glass. This infrared radiation is trapped and warms the contents of the greenhouse. Different surfaces radiate different amounts of heat. The type of the surfaces also affect the amount of radiated energy absorbed by the surface in a given time. For example, a light, shiny surface absorbs energy the least rapidly, while a dull, black surface absorbs energy the most rapidly. Look at the picture and see the difference. Black surfaces radiate and absorb heat the most rapidly. Dark colors radiate and absorb heat more rapidly than the lighter colors. Light, shiny surfaces radiate and absorb heat the most slowly. For example, if you are wearing a black shirt on a hot day, the infrared radiation in sunlight will be absorbed very well by the black matte surface, means you will warm up very quickly. We know good and bad emitters or absorbers are there. A poor emitter would be a poor absorber. A good emitter would also be a good absorber. That means black matte surfaces are very good emitters of infrared radiation. But the light shiny surfaces are poor absorbers and poor emitters of infrared radiation. You know, in hot countries, the houses are often painted in white or light colors. Why? This is to keep the house cool, as the white surfaces are poor absorbers and good reflectors of heat radiation. So, why are houses painted white in hot countries? White reflects heat radiation and keep the house cooler. One more question. Why are shiny foil blankets wrapped around marathon runners at the end of a race? Because the shiny metal reflects the heat radiation from the runner back in. This stops the runner getting cold. Sometimes we need objects to lose their heat and remain cool. All of them know the refrigerator or fridge. The cooling fins and the back of the refrigerator, they are usually painted a black color with a matte finish. So the fins can emit infrared heat quickly to keep the refrigerator cool. The particles in a liquid have different amounts of energy. We know that. The particles with the most energy move the fastest. High energy liquid particles near the surface move so fast that they can break through the surface and escape into the air and form a gas. This is called evaporation. This is the image of a thermos flask. What is the use of it? It is used mainly to keep drinks hot. What is the structure of this thermos flask? Now I will tell. The walls of the flask are made of glass, which is a poor conductor of heat, and are separated by a vacuum. The glass walls themselves have shiny surfaces. The surface of the inner wall radiates very little heat, and the surface of the outer wall absorbs very little of the heat that is radiated from the inner wall. The cork support are poor conductors of heat, and the stopper prevents heat being lost by convection and evaporation in the air above the surface of the liquid. Understood? This is the structure of the thermos flask. What is the human body temperature? That is 37 degrees Celsius. When we exercise, our muscles release some energy as heat and the body temperature rises. This causes the sweat glands in the skin to release sweat into the skin surface. As the sweat evaporates, its temperature falls, and this draws heat from the body to the surface and cools the body down. You can feel the effect of evaporation cooling your skin by moistening a finger and blowing on it. When we are doing the exercise, all the types of heat energy transfers occurs. The four parts of a refrigerator are the compressor, condenser, expansion valve and evaporator. What is the function of these four parts? The compressor, it will compress the gas. The condenser, it condenses the gas. The expansion valve, it lowers the pressure of the gas. And the evaporator, it gives cooling effect. How the refrigerator work? The compressor constricts the refrigerant vapor, raising its pressure and pushes it into the coils on the outside of the refrigerator. When the hot gas in the coils meets the cooler air temperature of the kitchen, it becomes a liquid. Now in liquid form, at high pressure, the refrigerant cools down as it flows into the coils inside the freezer and the fridge. The refrigerant absorbs the heat inside the fridge, cooling down the air. Finally, the refrigerant evaporates to a gas, then flows back to the compressor where the cycle starts all over. Got it? In this lesson, we studied the different types of heat energy transfer. That means conduction, convection and radiation. See the image. Here the summary of the conduction, convection and the radiation. The energy is transferred by direct contact, and convection means the energy is transferred by the mass motion of the molecules. Radiation is the energy is transferred by electromagnetic radiation. We all know popcorn. Let us see how the three types of heat energy transfers play a role in the making of popcorn. Using a frying pan and oil to cook popcorn is a good example of conduction. Using a hot air popcorn popper is a good example of convection. Using a microwave to cook popcorn is a good example of radiation. Hi children, I hope you all understood the lesson. Thank you.